You know that old joke, right? The one where data scientists spend 80% of their time actually cleaning the data and, well, the other 20% just complaining about it. It's funny because it's true. Imagine for a second that you're a hero, standing at the edge of a literal dark forest. But instead of trees, it's just dirty data. Massive, polluted datasets full of traps and illusions just waiting to derail your hard work. But hey, you're not going in unarmed today. We're going to equip you with your absolute ultimate weapon, KNIME. And I'm super excited to say this whole explainer, this hero's journey, is proudly powered by Assignment on Click. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's the game plan for conquering these anomalies. First, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Assignment on Click. Then, we'll unpack the dirty data problem, figure out how to defeat data duplicates, outsmart the outliers, and finally, wrap up with some really practical pre-processing tips. So, Section 1, powered by Assignment on Click. I want to be absolutely clear right out of the gate here. All the credit for the amazing insights we're unpacking today goes directly to Assignment on Click. They are the engine behind this explainer. If you're a fan of clear, actionable learning that cuts straight to the chase, you have them to thank today. Moving on to Section 2, the dirty data problem. So what actually happens when your data lies to you? Have you ever just stared at a report and thought there is absolutely no way these numbers add up? Let's say you're looking at a customer satisfaction survey. You really want to know what your audience thinks. But what if a bunch of those opinions are massively overrepresented just because of duplicate votes? Suddenly, your data isn't just a little messy, it's actively leading you to make terrible business decisions. It's totally skewing your reality. To fix this, we really need the right tool. Enter KNIME. That stands for Constants Information Miner. It's this absolutely brilliant open source platform for data analytics, reporting, and integration. And the reason it's our weapon of choice today? The interface is just so incredibly user-friendly. I mean, it handles all the heavy lifting, manipulating data, and seamlessly integrating stuff from completely different sources, and it does it all without making you want to pull your hair out. Now, to fight the enemy, we have to understand it. First up, duplicates. I kind of like to think of duplicates as echoes in a canyon. They're just multiple occurrences of the exact same data entry. And when you've got all these echoes bouncing around your dataset, they completely drown out reality. They severely skew your analysis and overrepresent specific data points. And then we have outliers. If duplicates are echoes, outliers are kind of like the rogue agents of your dataset. These are the points that just deviate wildly from everything else you're seeing. Sometimes, sure, they're just experimental errors or natural variability. But here is the really fascinating catch. While they can totally wreck your statistical models, if you actually take the time to deeply understand them, these weird, novel occurrences can sometimes hand you incredibly valuable, hidden insights. All right, Section 3, defeating data duplicates. Let's pick up the pace a bit and look at the actual workflow. It's really just a simple 3-step dance. Step 1, import your data. KNIME has specific nodes for this, a file reader for your CSVs, an Excel reader, or even a database reader to pull directly from your servers. Step 2, identify your targets. You just specify which columns to scan. And Step 3, remove them. Just filter them right out. It is a super clean, completely automated sweep. Now, what's really interesting about this is the specific node you use, the duplicate row filter node. Imagine you've got a dataset with customer ID, order date, and product ID. You can tell this node, hey, only hunt for duplicates in the customer ID column. And here's where KNIME just gives you total power. You have complete control to configure the node to keep either the very first occurrence of that data or the very last one. It totally depends on what your analysis needs. Basically, you get to decide which echo actually survives the cut. Moving right along to Section 4, outsmarting the outliers. Okay, let's take a breath and slow things down for a second, because outlier detection requires a much more nuanced approach. There are basically two main philosophical approaches here. The Z-score method measures exactly how many standard deviations a specific data point is from your dataset's mean. The Interquartile Range, or IQR, takes a totally different path. It looks at the spread of the middle 50% of your data, specifically from the first quartile, Q1, to the third quartile, Q3. Understanding this fundamental difference between standard deviations and quartile spreads is absolutely crucial for picking the right method. If you decide to go with the Z-score method, here is your magic number, 3.
A z-score that's greater than 3 or less than -3 is sort of the universal mathematical threshold that typically flags a data point as an outlier. It basically means that point is so ridiculously far away from the average that you literally have to pay attention to it.
And this brilliantly illustrates how incredibly user-friendly KNIME truly is. Check this out. Whether you use z-score or IQR, the note structures are practically identical. For z-score, you drop in a group by node to get the mean and standard deviation, pass it to a math formula node to calculate the z-score, and then boom, row filter drops anything past our magic number 3. For IQR, same exact nodes. Group by calculates Q1 and Q3, math formula calculates the IQR, and then your row filter sweeps away the anomalies. It's totally different math under the hood, but the exact same intuitive workflow.
But hey, statistical methods are really just one piece of the giant puzzle. Sometimes seeing is believing. You really don't want to miss what the math might be hiding. That's why KNIME gives you these amazing scatterplot and boxplot nodes to give you an instant visual representation of your data. Sometimes you just pop your data into a box plot, and bam, it instantly reveals a rogue agent that your z-score threshold just barely missed.
Finally, we arrive at Section 5, Practical Pre-Processing Tips. All right, we've slain the duplicate monsters, we've outsmarted the rogue outliers. Let's bring this all back to reality with 4 rapid-fire best practices. Number 1, understand the context. Like we said, some outliers are completely valid and offer huge business insights, so please don't just blindly delete them. Number 2, document your process. Keep a transparent record so your team knows exactly what you did. 3, take an iterative approach. Experiment with different thresholds to see what actually works for your specific dataset. And 4, balance automation with manual inspection. KNIME does incredible heavy lifting, but at the end of the day, you, the human analyst, have to ensure nothing important slips through the cracks. As we start to wrap things up, I really want to reiterate our fantastic sponsor one more time. This entire deep dive into KNIME data cleansing was powered by Assignment on Click. We truly owe them all the credit for providing the insights that made this explainer possible. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on. Your data holds the truth. It's the key to better decisions, better research, better outcomes. But are you actually using the right tools to uncover it? Now that you know how to navigate that dark forest of dirty data, it is time to boot up KNIME, clear out those echoes, catch those rogue agents, and let your true data shine. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy data cleansing!